In this video, we will look at how long it takes to mine the blocks to build a Hermitcraft base. If you could, subscribe, it's free and you can always change your mind later. First, what is Hermitcraft? It is a Minecraft server that is full of some of the most talented players in Minecraft, such as Etho for redstone and Grian in the building side, and this is what makes it so special. They all have different skill sets. Some are good at redstone and some are good at building, but one thing's for sure, they can build some beautiful and huge bases. This seems to be something that is like a rite of passage for any hermit on the server. This is when I started thinking, how long would it take to mine the blocks for one of these bases? So I figured it out. I decided to look at Grian's base since I watch his videos the most, and I figured that would be a great place to start. The most difficult thing for me to do was to figure out how many blocks were actually in his base. There was no easy way that I could figure this out as far as I could tell, so I ended up getting a picture and, well, I started counting pixels. For those of you who don't know, this will allow me to use one block to figure out how many blocks I can see using just a picture. This was a process. I had to count pixels and then occasionally I would use my measurements to try and recreate sections of the mansion to make sure that I was as accurate as possible. This worked pretty well, but I ran into a couple of problems still. One of the problems was that the angles, since the blocks appear smaller sometimes, could mess with the measurements, so to deal with this I had to figure out how many blocks there were in the angle and then count sections instead. For example, if it went 2 blocks to the side and then 1 block back, I would count the number of sections and then multiply by 2. Another problem I ran into is that you can only really find pictures of the front of his mansion, which is probably due to the fact that it's not finished on the back. I'm not gonna lie, this means I kinda just guessed on the back based on the front. The last problem I ran into is the decorations made of stone brick stairs and slabs. They were just too tiny to count accurately, I'm not gonna lie to you. Just to give you a better idea of how hard it was to tell each block apart, each block was 3 pixels by 3 pixels. So I estimated the amount of stone brick stairs and slabs using the size of the walls. Now for the fun part, my results. I found out that there are about 10,000 blocks of dark prismarine. This is just dark prismarine. It's a massive number of blocks. To give you a better understanding of just how big that is, it's over 156 stacks, or almost 3 double chests full. If you were to have a netherite pickaxe and all of those blocks in a straight line, it would take you 43 minutes straight just to mine all of them. That's crazy. That's just one block type in the mansion. With that out of the way, the final number of blocks I was able to come up with is 2,629 blocks, and to mine them in a straight line it would take about an hour and 17 minutes and 59 seconds. Now you might be thinking, that's not long at all. But you have to remember, this is in their current form. You aren't going to go find concrete in the wild. This means each of those blocks you have to mine sand and gravel and then craft them, costing you more time. And even for the blocks like dark prismarine, which you can find in the wild, you're not going to find 10,000 in the same area. You'd have to find many ocean monuments to be able to build that, and that would cost you an extreme amount of time. That being said, it would probably take hundreds of hours with all the collection you need to do to get those resources. This truly shows how effective some of the farms they build are though, because it makes it all possible. That being said, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and comment if you want me to do another Hermit's base, and as always, I'll see you next time.